Now, Bandi Sanjay has in fact made comments. Communal comments is what we're being told. Important information we're tracking as Jubilee Hills by-election is a Dharmayudham between Saffron cap or white skull cap. This is what Bandi Sanjay has said. Important information we're tracking at this hour is Union Minister Bandi Sanjay has made controversial claims. He said that the Jubilee Hills by-polls is a Dharmayudham between saffron cap or white cap, and he's also talked about construction of Hindu temples versus Muslim graveyards. Important information we're tracking at this hour as Bandi Sanjay has made some comments regarding the Jubilee Hills by-polls, where he's talked about how saffron caps, that it is a contest between saffron caps or white skull cap is what he's saying. But on this, my colleague Uma Sudhir joining us on the telecast. Uma, walk us through the details. These are some controversial claims coming in from the Union Minister. What exactly has he said?
So this is part of the obviously very polarizing kind of a campaign that's happening in the Jubilee Hills area, not just the Union Minister Bandi Sanjay, but the earlier comments of Chief Minister Revant Reddy were also seen as highly emotional and emotive kind of a speech content, and also communal, one would say, because the Chief Minister had earlier spoken about how the Muslim existence, their pride or their prestige and their progress also is linked to the Congress party, and almost suggesting that without the Congress party, the Muslims would be nowhere, which obviously evoked a lot of strong reactions from both the BRS as well as the BJP. The BJP is the own Union Minister, Bandi Sanjay, 2 days ago when he was campaigning. He spoke about skull caps and he kind of mocked the Chief Minister and the Congress candidates, saying that they are wearing a skull cap in order to appeal to a particular, it's an appeasement of the minorities is what he had suggested. And he had also said that if you were to vote in what he called as a, he attributed the Naveen Yadav, he called as Naveen Khan, and said that Sunita is Sunita Begum, Maganti Sunita, who is a BRS candidate, is Sunita Begum. And he said that if you were to vote them in, then you would not be able to celebrate the Hindu festivals. And he also suggested that Revant Reddy is trying to create an Islamic state. So obviously, because there is a 30% minority electorate in the Jubilee Hills area, that's why the Muslim debate has been taken center stage there, and the rhetoric on both sides seems to suggest that they are creating, like the way Bandi Sanjay in fact almost spoke about consolidation of the Hindu vote bank, that he wanted the Hindus to vote en masse, to which again the Chief Minister has reacted, saying that if the appeal has now been made for the Hindus of Jubilee Hills to unite and vote together, so if they don't, will the BJP agree that the Hindu vote bank does not belong to them?
Right, Numa, if I understand correctly, this is not the first time that, Bandi Sanjay has made a controversial comment, but I wish to understand from you, has there been any reaction sort of from poll authorities or from some presiding authority over these comments made by Sanjay?
Presumably, all this would attract the code of conduct during the run-up to the elections. I specifically asked the Chief Minister, since the allegation was against him, whether he would consider filing a police complaint. He said in the run-up to elections, this kind of a rhetoric is not uncommon, and therefore I would answer politically rather than go for a police complaint or a complaint to the Election Commission regarding this, because he seems to think that that is part of the poll rhetoric that always happens.
Hold on to that thought. We actually have Mr. Krishank joining us. He's a BRS spokesperson. So, of course, you must have heard that Bandi Sanjay has made some controversial claims. He's talked about how the Jubilee Hills Assembly elections, in fact, the by-polls is sort of a campaign or a contest between the saffron cap or the white skull cap. So, what is your initial reaction on this?
Well, from last 10 years, it's been a BJP MP here in this Secunderabad Parliament constituency, under which even Jubilee Hills is a assembly segment. But Bharatiya Janata Party has nothing to claim about. They have not done anything, and that is why this is their only funda which they are going to talk into people. And vice versa, if you see even Congress party, Chief Minister Revant Reddy speaks about Pakistan here in Jubilee Hills by-elections. He says Pakistan kicked India. So even Bandi Sanjay is talking about this. We remember the entire state saw that during the Chief Minister's press meet, your own senior journalist from NDTV, Uma Sudhir ji, asked specifically Chief Minister Revant Reddy if he would book Bandi Sanjay for this hate speech. But being in a tacit understanding here in Telangana, Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress, They both are targeting BRS. When KTR has been booked by the Election Commission, there has been cases against our candidate, a lady candidate, Maganti Sunita, for just campaigning, and even her daughters have been booked. Then for such a hate speech, for such a speech which can bring breach in both communal peace and harmony, then definitely they have to be booked. But there is an understanding here. Congress is totally focusing on the 1.5 lakh Muslim minority votes, and Bandi Sanjay ji wants to help Congress with polarizing these votes, bringing the Hindu-Muslim lines. Ultimately, if you see BRS, we've been talking about development issues. We've been raising about issues like the Hydra bulldozer demolitions, the auto drivers issues, the promises and the guarantees. If you see, the Congress has forgotten their guarantees and declarations. They're not speaking about it, and the Bharatiya Janata Party is not questioning about it. That should be the election agenda, which people would actually show interest in.